This truly isn't going to end. Is it October yet? Okay. Next act is hilarious. Comedian Brittany Mitchell is a graduate of the class of 2006. She was a member of the drama club and chorus. She still harbors a grudge against her father for being in her yearbook more than she was. Since high school, Brittany channels her many mentors from Saugus High, particularly Nancy and John Massero, and continues to share her love of theater and education today. Britt has her master's in education from Cambridge College and has been teaching theater in Everett for over 7 years. Britt has worked with theater companies such as the Theater Company of Saugus, the Footlight Club, and Improv Boston, where she is currently a resident cast member. Brittany continues to be an advocate for people on the autism spectrum and ADHD by doing stand-up comedy and performance pieces that center around autism and ADHD. Brittany is extremely humbled to be performing with fellow alumni and thanks everyone for their hard work to celebrate Saugus High School. Britt Mitchell.
Wow, it's like the biggest crowd I've ever performed for. That's fantastic. How's everyone doing? Who in the audience went to Saugus High School? Who in Saugus High School had those Saugus subs? Yeah, there's a few of you. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Really good. Like Bernie said, I am Britt Mitchell, and other of you may know me as daughter of Julie and Jeff Mitchell, also the mayors of Saugus. Yeah, so it's pretty hard, dealing with that level of fame, especially when you're going to Market Basket or Demoulas, whatever you called it, and you go for just bread and milk for like maybe 5 minutes, but you're stuck there for 2 hours because you have to talk to every citizen of Saugus that sees you. Oh, Julie, oh my God, I haven't seen you in years. How you doing? Shaking hands, talking, and I'm literally standing here in the aisle just wishing that I blend in. God, I hope they don't see me. Don't see me. God, maybe if I just like turn into the cheese or something, they won't know. Just Land O'Lakes lady. No, that's the Wheaties box. I'm just like thinking all this, and then my mom's like, oh, remember Brittany? And they're like, oh my God, Brittany. Oh, I remember you when you were here. And I'm like, yeah, now I'm here. It's a growth. You never know when you see someone like that they know you, they know exactly. They're like, oh, I remember you, seeing you at the DZ Discovery Zone, and you're running around. And I literally have no idea who that person is. I'll just be like, yeah, oh yeah, your face, still your face. You look great. Yeah, and like, I'll try to part of being on the spectrum is I don't have any facial recognition. So even if I've met you like 30 times, like one of my best friends that I went to high school with is in the audience, and she's like, one day, she was like, Britt, you were like greeting everyone it was, I think, either Nant or the Years of Summer Reunion, and she's like, you're greeting everybody. You're saying hi to them, and then you go, oh, hi, and walk away from me. Sometimes, my brain, I like to compare it to a hamster that's always spinning in the wheel, and then the hamster will sometimes fall, and then the hamster will just keep going and going and going and going and going, and it'll fly out, and then the wheels are still going and going and going and going and going. So it's a real lot of fun. It's, I'm running a marathon every day, but it's literally just in my head. I should try it sometime. Burns a lot of mental calories. It's really, really great. But my parents, I love them very much. Actually, my mom's in the audience. You probably know her as Julie Florentino. She's fantastic. My dad is Jeff Mitchell. He coaches golf and hockey, still currently here. And it's funny because my dad, like they said, is in the yearbook more than I am. And he went to Malden Catholic. So it's kind of crazy how that happens. But back to my mother, because my mom, she's going like this. She was like, you're not going to roast me, are you? I'm like, oh, your definition of a roast and my definition of a roast are probably a little different. But she was in the class of 1982. Anyone here? Oh, we got like 3 people. Thanks for coming. I know it's, a long way from many years past, and everything's literally the same. I think I sat in one of the seats that's been broken since 2003, but I love it very much. But yeah, my mom, she actually would tell me stories of her in high school and how she wasn't necessarily the best behaved. We were able to walk in the halls, and I was like, hey, Mom, did you smoke in any of the bathrooms? Which one? She's like, all of them. And I was just like, great. Like, my mom, like, she had a good reputation. She played soccer. She skipped school a lot. She's like, I was never here. I was like, oh, great, fantastic. But she was in a gang in high school, I guess, called the Black Widows. This was like like an all-female, and I guess it was like a rivalry between Saugus and Revere. Yeah, ooh, I heard some oohs. The turf is still hot, okay. Hot subject in Revere. Whew. Yeah, don't talk about Kelly's. Which one? Ooh, all right. But anyway, I was just like, always she would tell these stories about when she was the Black Widows, and I'm just like, what was like your weapons? Press-on nails and Aquanet? Like just coming in like just like 5-finger death stab. I don't know. It's just like, but then I was like, what was your like coming in music? Your like fight song? Was it like REO Speedwagon? Like imagine if you're like an old timey gang, and you're just like walking in all gangster, and you just hear like, heard it from a friend who, heard it from a friend who, heard it from another, you were messing around, stab, stab. Yeah, just like, it's crazy how they. The very badass people back then, pardon my French, I know, needs a problem, and we actually would like shame each other if we even mentioned the word butt on stage. Oh man, how times have changed, but butts are still hilarious. I heard a couple of you laugh, so thank you for being with me on Butt Laugh. My parents, they covered the sports spectrum, and I covered the art spectrum. So I like to think of myself like High School Musical before High School Musical. I was the one bridging the gaps between the cliques, and I didn't get as much credit. Disney. I was the one who joined everyone. And actually, the hockey kids would actually stand up for me when I was bullied. So I had my own backup system. So not to brag or anything, I was pretty unpopular. And by pretty unpopular, I was awkwardly just yelling in the corner. For those who remember, the principal at the time here was Mr. Diorio, and I guess one of his best memories of me that he would always tell my mom is sometimes I would just be walking down the hallway just yelling obscenities to myself, which was the thing I would do. I'm not gonna recreate it now. You could probably just imagine it in your head. Just, the principal of the school, making sure the hallways are nice and, going around, and then just see me walking back and forth saying every expletive just to myself, because it's what you do when you go to high school and everything's crazy. So, and then he would just go, oh, Britt, how would I get away with something like that? I can't even imagine if that's insane. But I guess something else that I was also known for was being in the drama club. Yeah. Ooh, we got some theater jazz hands. Put your jazz hands up, right? No, a few of you are absolutely not. But the drama club, we were very famous. Famous, because Nan made us, helped us make us incredible and the talent. I don't even need this microphone. I can just naturally project. That's Nan right there. But we were most famous, and actually, we were hated. We were hated by every food business on Route 1. They despised when the drama kids would come after a show. It was like I could picture a Friendly's, God rest its soul, Friendly's interview being like, so you really want this job, right? And well, there's one thing you need to know, the drama kids. And they're just yeah, what about them? What about them? You just hear thunder cracking, shh. I'll tell you a tale. I'll tell you horrific times. Every time at closing, we're just about to close, it's a quiet evening. But nay, it was not a quiet evening. And he just goes on. And all of a sudden, You hear a rumbling in the parking lot of somebody's mother's minivan reeling in. Oh no, it's that gold Ford Taurus. I know what that means. And all of a sudden you would just see kids, just jazz hands and old stage makeup, just coming in. Give them the old razzle dazzle, just speed forward in. And then all of a sudden they all come in droves. They come in droves. They never come in ones. They never come in twos. They come in eights. Always in eights. 5, 6, 7, 8. Every time. And then you go in and they're like, oh, can we push the tables together? And you're like, I'd rather you not. And they're like, okay, thank you. Literally just pushing them in full fashion style because we did our set changes quickly. So we're all sitting, gathering. Our projection is not necessary for the tiny space that, if anyone remembers, that Friendly's is in. So you're just literally in the back room and the people are just like, you're just cooking and you just hear show tunes. Like, imagine that. You're just like, into the woods and out the woods and into the woods, and you're just like, oh God, oh my God, they just did Sondheim, so they're all wound up. And then they're cooking all the French fries, and the person's like, give me the old fribble dibble, and you're like, you don't have to sing in order. Oh my God, they want damn fribbles. That's all they get, fribbles and fries. And then the tip they'll leave a quote from Oscar Wilde. Who does that? But no, seriously, being in drama was totally great. Like, I'm a teacher now, which is, now thank you for the cheer and the support and the blessings, because, God, it's fun. And no, it really is. I actually teach kindergarten through 8th grade, interestingly enough, and I actually created the theater program for that K-8 group in the city of Everett currently. Thank you. I do so much hard work. Thank you. Anyway, no. So I like to say when people are like, what is it like to teach that age range? And I'm just like, oh, it's basically like just trying to herd a bunch of rabid cats together in a room and everything's on fire and you're still trying to tell them what a tableau is. It's really fantastic. But I mean, kindergarten, grade 8, like the age differences are totally different. Like they go from hating naps to hating just about everything. I mean, for those who know, had, or currently have an 8th grader, it's literally the worst year of your life. You, like, coming in, you have pimples and problems. The double P's, pimples and problems with everything. And, teaching the 8th graders coming in, and they think, oh, kids, I literally just said the phrase kids these days, and I'm like 31. I almost said 20s. Oh, geez. So, but like kids think they can get away with anything. Like, I remember back when I was in high school, I would sneak my gold Nokia under the table or in a book playing Snake when I should have been learning about financials. But today, literally, I walked into a room the other day and an 8th grader takes out a family-sized bag of Doritos, the hot and spicy kind. He's like chewing and gnawing like I'm trying to teach, and I go, excuse me, you blatantly have Doritos out. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, can I have some? Come on, share the wealth. I do it not all the time, but I have to burn some calories when walking around my school. But if you ever want a confidence boost, by the way, go to a kindergarten or 1st grade classroom and you will feel like Jesus. Like, you walk in and those kids are like, oh my God, Miss Mitchell! And they literally just like run and tackle hug me. Like, it was like I was a lost puppy for 3 years. They're like almost crying. They're like, I love your hair, I love your face. I love your face a lot, which honestly, amazing compliment. If I don't say so myself, I'm like, thank you. But I often always will get the comment about, Miss Mitchell, I love your hair, you're so cool. And I'll leave you guys with this. I relate to my students more than I relate to adults, if you haven't been able to tell. Just the other day, I had a little like 3rd grade girl walk and she had like those pom-pom like cat ears. She had glitter shoes that lit up. She had like cute little skirt. She had a Pokemon t-shirt. And I was just like, hey girl, got the same outfit at home. So thank you guys so much for having me. Have a great afternoon.